Hello, my name is Arun Jain. This is the sixth video in a series of interviews called Alumni Insights. In this series, I talk to different alumni from different universities around the USA. This specific video is me talking to an alumni from Macalester College. Let's begin. Hello, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm also doing well. So first off, what was your major and graduation year?
I studied math and computer science, and I graduated in 2017.
All right. Next, to break the ice, would you like to share something fun you did in college?
Yeah, I actually really enjoyed my college experience, and so as one of the most memorable things I did in college was be a part of like 2 pig roasts that we got to organize for the community. And so in 2 springs, my junior and senior year, one of our community members funded a pig roast, and we just kind of went out, got a whole pig, and then kind of threw like a fun alcohol-free party for basically anybody that wanted to come. And there was a whole pig there, and we just made a bunch of food and had a good time.
That's really cool. All right. Given the rapidly changing job market, how well did your alma mater prepare you for the challenges and opportunities in your field? Are there specific skills or experiences you found particularly valuable?
Yeah. So I went to a liberal arts school, Macalester College, and there they kind of really emphasize like a rounded education. So, for example, we made to do like a lot of presentations and stuff like that, even if you were like a STEM major. There was also like a pretty big emphasis on communication and team projects, and that really like set me up for success in my first job as a software engineer, where I was able to both communicate with people from different backgrounds, using the language that was helpful for them to understand, and collaborate effectively with different members of the team because of some of the experiences that Macalester provided me.
That's great. So you weren't limited in your major. I love that.
Yes, there's a lot of cross-emphasis, and you have to take classes. You have to take one class in multiple departments as a part of your base graduation requirements.
Yeah, nice. So, university environments often encourage innovation and creativity. Can you share a project or initiative you were involved in that allowed you to apply your knowledge in a practical and innovative way?
Yeah. So during my time in college, hackathons were a really popular activity. And I really enjoyed them because I like problem solving in a time crunch, and it like fosters a lot of like creative thinking. A hackathon is like a 24-hour project, like 24-hour competition where you come up with an idea and then build an MVP for it to kind of demonstrate the feasibility of it. And so different hackathons can have different themes. And the one that Macalester did was called Macathon, and it was pretty open-ended to any entrepreneurial venture. And so as a part of that, our team decided to do highlight the importance of syringe exchanges and kind of design a machine that would work as a syringe exchange in remote areas where people could not go and like restock syringes on the daily basis. And so what that entailed was building like a box that would take in a used syringe and drop out a fresh syringe to prevent like the spread of communicable diseases through needle sharing. And as a part of the competition, what we decided to do was build a very basic like visual aid, so that it was just a box that you put a syringe through on the top, and for the purposes of the presentation, the same syringe came out at the bottom. But just like, and nobody else had thought about doing something like that. Most other projects were kind of like technical projects or like software projects. And so by having that visual aid, we kind of like set ourselves apart and were able to win the competition. And that experience kind of taught me the need for like demonstrating, like showing people things, because that's like a lot of people are visual learners. And so like kind of taught me how to do presentations and stuff really well as well, because like people don't want to read screens. You know, if you just put your whole presentation on a screen and then read off of it, the people that you're presenting to aren't really getting any value out of it because they can just read it on their own time. So what are you adding?
Yeah, no, I love that. Congrats on the win, by the way.
Thanks.
Yeah. So, in what ways did the university's culture and values contribute to your overall learning experience? Are there any specific examples you would like to share?
Mm, yeah, so Macalester had this. One of their like core values was being like multicultural. So having people from different, like a lot of people, a lot of representation from like international students. Um, and so one of the benefits of that was I took classes with people from different backgrounds. And so you always were learning something new from like shared different perspectives because, not everybody grew up in the same place or had the same experience. And so there was always something new to offer. Uh, while sometimes led to like communication challenges to figure out how best to work together, it also helped you develop the skills to circumvent, like to bypass those challenges and communicate effectively to get your work done. And so I kind of learned a lot of skills regarding communication and working with people from different backgrounds. Um, and then there was also an emphasis on entrepreneurship in the last couple of years at Macalester. And I feel like I was able to really benefit from some of the courses and programs that they had there to learn how to like run a business and what goes into, get small insights into what goes into running a small business. And that's what I do right now.
Nice. So, things you learned there directly translated into your post-college life. That's cool.
Yeah. I was a software engineer and I did like computer science, so that was a direct one-to-one. But then I think a lot of the bigger things that I thank my college experience for are like the softer, non-technical skills that I learned there, not necessarily just like the coursework.
Yeah. That's cool. So, looking back, is there anything you wish you had known or done differently during your time in Macalester to better prepare for your postgraduate endeavors?
I don't know if it is necessarily to better prepare for my postgraduate endeavors, but just like looking back at my experience there, sometimes I wish I'd done more of the readings for classes. I think I would have gotten a lot more out of those courses had I done that. And then also taken a few more classes for the fun of it as opposed to like a focus on like needing to get certain credits to graduate and optimizing for that as opposed to just like the experience as well. I took like one or two theater classes and like wish I had taken more, just to be able, because you're only in that sort of environment for a limited period of time.
Yeah.
And so like while being focused on your major and stuff is good and helpful, there's also other aspects to a college experience. And so like taking the time to like experience all of it.
Yeah. So, not just trying to fulfill the requirements, going the extra mile.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, and there you'd be going the extra mile for yourself, right? Not for anybody else.
Yeah.
Nobody else is going to benefit from like doing a ceramics class while doing 3 other really difficult classes is like a way to, change the way your mind is thinking.
Yeah.
And so I think things like that are really beneficial of like trying to do that. And ATM classes are really hard, even if you've done that all of your high school experience. So be careful when you're doing your class selection as well.
Yeah, I think that's great advice. All right, so last question. What was like the safety like on campus?
In what context?
Like in general, did you feel safe on campus when walking around? Were you ever like...
Yeah. Yes, I felt really safe. Actually, it was like, I can't even remember a time where I was walking on that campus where I felt unsafe. While being in the city of St. Paul, Macalester felt like it was its own little bubble. And so they never felt like, oh no, what's going to happen to me? So I was pretty fortunate in my experience of like always feeling safe, yes.
Yeah. All right. Nice to hear. All right, well, have a good day.
Thanks.
Bye.